Hi, plant-based nutritionista here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about gaining fat when you're weightlifting and eating clean. Stay tuned to find out why you are putting on fat when you're lifting weights and how you can avoid that. So for the best advice on fitness, weight loss, emotional eating, cravings, recipes, all of that, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I upload new content every week. So I know a lot of you are probably really frustrated because you feel like you're lifting weights, so you should be building muscle, you should be burning fat like everyone tells you, and it's not happening. And there are reasons why. Most bodybuilders, personal trainers, fitness trainers, unfortunately, a lot of them don't even know why this happens. A lot of them haven't experienced it. They haven't experienced very many clients that have this happen and they don't know what's going on. But at the end of this video, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why you put on fat when you're building muscle and 3 strategies that you can use to avoid fat gain when you are exercising and trying to lose weight. So number 1, you need to understand the various physiological responses to muscle building. There are different responses between different people, different types of people, different types of bodies, and how they respond to muscle building. Group number 1 are the genetically gifted people. And these are people who, when they are in a slight calorie surplus trying to build muscle, and if you want to build muscle, you have to be in a calorie surplus. So what happens is they will build 2 pounds of muscle for every 1 pound of fat that they put on. First thing that I want to say here is you cannot put on muscle without putting on fat. You don't get to choose how you gain weight, okay? Your body genetically will gain weight however it does, and you don't get to choose, but you will put on fat when you put on muscle. And anybody who tells you that you won't is lying, okay? It's going to happen. But if you're in this genetically gifted category where you're going to put on more muscle than you do fat, you can go a lot longer with bodybuilding or weightlifting before you need to go on a cut or to drop back below maintenance calories in order to burn fat. And I would be willing to bet that most people that do bodybuilding and fitness competitors and all of those people probably fall into this category. It's just a lot easier for them. But then there are the average people, and they gain about a 1-to-1 ratio or somewhere around there. So you're going to put on about as much muscle as you do fat. And again, they do fairly well with muscle building, bodybuilding type exercise, but it can be slightly more challenging, and they probably can't do it as long before they're going to want to cut because body fat percentage will get higher than they want it to be. But then there's category number 3, and this category is probably maybe 25% or less of the people out there. So it's a small percentage of people, but they will put on more muscle, or excuse me, more fat than they will muscle. So you put yourself in a calorie surplus and you're lifting and you're eating clean and you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, but your body just genetically is going to prefer to put on fat rather than muscle. And so you're noticing the muffin top around your waist. You're noticing that you're gaining inches around the chest, around the waist, and around the hips where you wouldn't expect to. Like you're going to build muscle in your arms and your legs, but your waist is getting bigger, your muffin top is getting bigger, and you can't figure out what's happening. You probably fall into this category. And everyone's going to tell you, you're not eating well enough, you're probably eating crap, you're not working out the way you should, you're not. And you know what? That's not what it is. Genetically, that's the way that your body was set up. And this can make it really, really difficult to build muscle and be at the weight that you want. And a lot of people will say, don't worry about it, but you know when clothes aren't fitting anymore and you're looking really fat while you're lifting weights and trying to eat clean, and it can be really frustrating. So comment below if you've ever struggled with fat gain when you lift weights and what you've done. Have you done anything that has helped, or are you just totally confused? Let me know in the comments below. So what can you do to stop fat gain when you're trying to build muscle? Well, you can just suck it up, gain the weight, and then try to get it off later. Now, I'm just going to tell you personally, for me, I did that once for 3 months. I was eating in a barely calorie surplus, lifting weights and I gained a bunch of weight and I started decreasing calories by 50 calories a week. No weight coming off, no weight, no weight, no weight. I got down to almost 500 calories less and it still wasn't coming off. It can be insanely frustrating. My body fat percentage was staying the same. If you fall in this category that you gain more fat than muscle when you lift weights, guess what? Your body doesn't let go of it very well either. And so it can be really hard, but you can do it that way if you want. Or you can change your approach. You can do lower weight and higher reps, and sometimes that works. Research has actually shown that it is just as effective to do 30 to 50% of your 1 rep max for 20 to 25 reps. If you need to do that to decrease the stress response and kind of slow things down a bit, that's one way. Decrease the length of your workouts. 30 minutes is all you need. No HIIT cardio. It increases the stress response, which in the people that are gaining fat, that stress response is part of the problem. And so you are going to have to decrease your cardio. Do minimum amounts of cardio as possible. You can choose calisthenics instead of weight training, and that will also work well. Calisthenics works really well in this situation as well. So examine your goals. Do you want to just look lean, or do you really want that bodybuilding physique? Because you can look lean without doing a bodybuilding type workout. And so kind of re-examine your goals. Maybe calisthenics might work better for you. You can be strong and lean. You may not necessarily look like a bodybuilder. If you think that it might be due to a slow metabolism or anything like that, I'll link a video below on metabolism that you can watch. But if your goal is to shed body fat and look lean, you may want to try that different approach. Calisthenics like squats, wall squats, walking lunges, pull-ups, push-ups, using a TRX or Pilates, something like that. It can be a very slow process. You are going to have to take a slower approach to building muscle because the faster of approach, the more calorie surplus that you are in trying to build muscle, the more likely you're just going to put on fat. Keep cardio to steady state cardio instead of HIIT cardio. Now, HIIT cardio works for some people and that's great. But if you're still struggling with that muffin top, it may be a result of cortisol levels and other just aspects of your physiology and your body that do not work with that. So I would recommend keeping cardio to just walking and steady state cardio and minimum as possible. So those are my tips to help, but do not let anyone tell you that you are not gaining fat when you are building muscle, because you are. And it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just your body's response to weightlifting. It puts on more fat than it does muscle, and it's frustrating, I know, but there are other ways that you can build strength and be lean without lifting heavy weights and without a bodybuilding type workout. If you would like more information on this, ask questions below. Any questions that you have, ask them below. If you want to join a really supportive community of people striving to get fit on a healthy plant-based diet and overcome emotional eating, over-exercising, cravings, join the Facebook group linked below and join that community. Very supportive, amazing group of people. I will be in there periodically answering questions for you. If you do struggle with cravings and emotional eating, and I know that can be really common when you're working out a lot, there's a free blueprint below that you can download as well. Click the link below and get that. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will see you next time.